why why I get into fights. Now, a lot of folks are going to ask and say, well, why Sailor Jupiter, Sailor King World? Lita, why do you get into fights for? Yeah, that's the whole thing. You know, every offshoot of me is out there. No need if it was from the plays or from PGSM, the Farseer show, or the Drawing show, or even in the drawing funny books themselves, know that I get into fights. Now, it is talked about at least once, or here is talked about, brought up, that I was kicked out from my former learn for fighting. And even though the grounds were not, said, there was a belief it had to do with bullying. And the truth is, yeah, I can't stand bullies. You know that most likely, why I got kicked out of my old learn. And due to that name of being a fighter or getting into fights or whatever, a lot of folks were very worried about me. When I came to Crossroads, that's the name of the learn that Deke gave to the learn, which is also a lot of folks where didn't want to be around me. I was worrisome. I was fearful as well to some of them. Serena was the first one to see me for who I was, didn't care about what I did in the past, was only worried about the now. Now, the first time that it's shown I'm fighting is when I helped Serena from, I don't know, a team of men that were up to no good. Serena then, runs into him by mistake. He then plays that, oh, his leg is broken. And the other two start, squeezing Serena to make it up. Like, oh, well, his leg is broken. And, oh, well, maybe your lunch gout will make him feel good. Like, like he's faking it so he can get something from her. And I show up and say, hey, you leave Serena alone. Oh yeah, and the first two, in the end of the day, thought that it was a game. Well, after I beat the first two, and I said, now say you're sorry because she didn't break your leg at all, and he says sorry and runs off. So right there, I'm already fighting. Then again, when Zoisite goes over, Game told Joe, I mean, that was his nickname, I was fighting Zoisite to keep Zoisite from coming after him. And this isn't the only time this comes up either. Let's go into, I don't know, we'll go into following 2 of Sailor Moon R. And this is back when he had Mistrust, a fiend that brainwashed anyone into believing that they couldn't trust anyone. So Mistrust goes around and makes, Malvin and some other folks there, learners, believe that Amy was cheating, and that's how she passed. I am up dropping all 3 of them. And Amy says, well, fighting isn't the answer. And I said, yeah, but they called you a cheater. And you might wonder to yourself about why that even is. Now, this isn't something that was only in the drawing show only. No, it also comes up and is shown in the drawing books, also in PGSM, the Live Farseer show, and even in the plays as well. So it isn't something that Toei themselves made up. It was something that was a slight of my character, a slight of myself, what I mean to say. Even though at the end of the day, who knows? But that's why I'm always fighting all the time. And that was the grounds why I was kicked out, sent home, or let go from my former learn, which they never gave it a name. Like it never came up. Alright, I'll see you all later.